Welcome everyone to episode 9 of Appletown, A New Beginning. What has happened with Appletown so far? Well, I'm glad you asked because um, we've made quite a bit of progress. I'd like to make a little more progress than we've made. It just takes a little bit of time. We successfully built an ore district over here. And let's see, let me pause the game a little bit. And we successfully built a little place here for the ore workers to come from. We got a few of those worker bots down. We have built a nice frontage road along the entire highway here, kind of complementary to this frontage road that acts as a buffer to our little industrial connection here. And we built a shopping mall. I don't remember exactly when we built all this, but so far the progress. Holly Park has been built, this unnamed area here, Autumn Square, and a small neighborhood here to feed a little bit of the Brook Park farm community that we have. And Victoria Heights, of course, has been around for a while now with our cargo train terminal. And we have this nice little road that meanders up here and down over to this community here. And this all connects up with this over here. So that's enough of a grand tour of where we're at. Now we have to talk about where we want to go in this episode. And I am going to shake things up just a little bit here. Well, first off, I'm going to do a little housekeeping. And I kind of wanted to build out this area here more so. We don't have a lot of demand. We're up to 50,323 people. So we're doing well. We have an area to buy, but I don't know if we yet have decided which area that is that we want to buy. All right, we're going to speed things up a little bit here to get through the episode a little bit quicker. Doing some housekeeping and some zoning to keep that population demand met. If you let your city stagnate for too long, you don't want to overzone any time, but you also want to make sure there's demand when the demand bars do go up. We just have a bit of demand in commercial right now, just a little bit more in, or a little bit less in industrial, and then a little bit less in residential. So do a little bit of offices out there, and then let's put some districts in. I like to do the districts so it's easier to refer to different areas in the city while we move around the city. So we'll get the north industrial set. This is the south of the old industrial. North always just kind of faces up on how the game launches. That's kind of how I consider what I consider to be north. Put some commercial over here. What I'm going to try to do today is develop a new community here and maybe develop this community a little bit more. But first, I'm going to fix what I consider to be a mistake I made early on, and that is this road here. Alright, we have that guy taken care of. I think that that is about as good as it's going to get. And I'm definitely no wizard at these things, but tell me if you think that doesn't look a little bit better. Not quite as scrunched up, a little bit scrunched, but at least the clover leaves can be just about the same size. You know, the other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this guy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, and I might be asking for trouble with a capital T on this guy. But let's just. Now tell me that that does not look a lot better. Right, let's let the simulation run for just a minute here at double speed. And see how that goes. I need to spruce this up with a few more trees again. All right, those are nicely decorated, and we'll go ahead and fix this up. Just didn't want to forget to power the ore. All right, this guy's a little bit over, too close to itself. I'm not going to bother to redo it. But these guys down here in the lower quadrant really look good. So impressed with that. All right, we're going to get started right away on a new community that's going to run right along here and up and around. The internal roads, I'm going to go ahead and do those without the benefit of trees. Non-circular circle. That's what happens when you try to it when you try to do circles with the game and you do like circles that are fives in length, it usually does not work. So now I'm leaving some green space in this particular district that we're now going to paint. And one of the reasons why I wanted to put this residential community in, we don't have a tremendous amount of demand for it right now. One of the reasons why I wanted to put this in is I wanted to get in a policy for no heavy trucks coming through. So we're going to do recycling, parks, education boost, and we're going to do encourage biking. And I think Old Town also keeps trucks off of your roads. Yeah, I think it has, I don't know. Let's see what it says for Old Town. Only residents and businesses can use the area no for motor vehicles. Ban other motor traffic. The thing that doesn't make sense to me about that is if trucks have to deliver to commercial and they are the businesses, then what happens? Lilac Park. How does that sound? Lilac Park. What a great place to raise your kids. Lilac Park. It's a sweet little community. And it's going to have a dog park. And it's going to have various nice things come to it. All right, get some power to Lilac Park. And we get a couple parks set down, get a nice little Japanese garden, and a little bit of commercial here. A pass-through street to provide access to that commercial that is at the entry of Lilac Park. And the interior of Lilac Park here, we're making the light residential. And then we'll make the exterior road, the tree-lined road, for now anyway, we will make that the high density. Alright, got the water taken care of. So now Lilac Park can get created. And we're going to create a little community right over here. And I think I'm going to run them. Area like that. Lafayette Heights. Entry. Okay, now these guys probably want a nice scenic road along the water also. I'll connect up right there. don't ask me what the flashing is. Ever since I got the Move It tool, I've been getting that flashing going on. Go ahead and okay, well, that just isn't going to build for me. So this bent tree is now, we'll go ahead and extend that up to right here. And that will be that community. And right now, I'm going to let this build up a little bit. On power. All right. I'm not quite understanding this, but I'm going to nonetheless build some clean energy. To power up our city. And that should be not quite enough. Okay. Something seems wrong about this. I'm not quite. Electricity consumption. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and build 2 of these guys. Okay. And make sure they're both watered. And electricity. See, so now my electricity production went up to 1068, and all of a sudden, what was boosting this up to over 800? It doesn't make any sense. All of a sudden, we just had this influx of power need. It does not make any sense. And excuse me once again. Okay. And the next thing I'm going to do is work on the bike paths. Which requires you to turn those things, road guidelines off. And leave just a little bit of space between the road there, the homes. Sped this up a little bit just to get through this a little bit more quickly, um, try to do these things, build this infrastructure to, I think I mentioned this before, just to keep everything running smoothly with transportation. It really helps to have the bicycle lanes. All right, we added a riding stable there. Kind of, now that I'm thinking about it, it might be kind of an oddball thing to have for this community. But it's available to us. Why not? Finish up the south side bike path. All right, continuing on. I don't know if I'll develop along this road, but I made the bike path so we could put in some zoning if we want to there. There may be a community that ends up going in there on the hill south of Lilac Park. And so anyway, I sped this up a little bit more just to get through it, get some heavy, high density in there for residential. Finish the north side of the bike path and the connectors. And it looks like I missed over there and get that one done. Now I'm going to do some shrubbery and trees. All right, let's take a look at what we've created. Lilac Park and Bent Tree. Bent Tree, I haven't put anything out there because we need to fulfill some of this demand over here. I'm going to go ahead and fulfill some of it there by the high school. And, we really haven't paid attention to this traffic along here. It is kind of a mess. A lot of traffic goes over there, but this is not bad. And this whole road along here, it's just connecting right here that it's bad. I do have all the buses going out there, and we haven't looked at bus health in a while. And 1,074, I don't remember what it was at before. Let's just take a look at some of our statistics though. 28% car trips saved on number 1, 21 on 2, 37% on 3, 39% on 4, and 36%. I like to get about 40% or more. So when I only see 28% and 21% for 1 and 2, that's really kind of paltry. We got a lot of people though stuck here. Let's see how the purple bus is doing. The purple bus. No, that's right. That one won't move. Yeah, wow. 1,279 people sitting right here. We've already got 2 or 3 extra buses on this line. where is this in relation to? All right, so that's for all the way up here. You know, it'd be interesting to know where are all these people going. You know, do they go to work? Do they transfer there? And one of the things you can do when you have a transfer station like this, I mean, it is kind of way out here. So the purple bus details, that's where we're at, right? No, it wasn't. It's not that color. It's not the fuchsia. It's the blue line. Okay. So that's the 1,279 that we're seeing. We've got a 37%. That is a lot of people. 1,270 people waiting. And you know they don't all wait and just say, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to wait for 5, 6, 7, 10, 20 game days." They just despawn. All right, we're going to look at improving the buses. I might do some point-to-point buses. I'm just noticing my ADD is kicking in. Let me just check something here. Seeing some trash bots strewn throughout the city. Just passed $1 million in money. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a third recycling plant or incineration plant there. Something else I want to do today is I am tired of this. I do not want that. And then as far as zoning goes, I do not want this zoned for industrial. There we go. We have gotten rid of that industrial section now, which was always out of place, and I should have done that a long time ago. So I just wanted to get it out of here and gone. Just make sure I didn't leave any remnants behind. Okay, so that'll clear that up. There's no reason to have an industrial there. Okay, so that's the big thing today. We got this reorganized, which I think looks a heck of a lot better. That was a good thing. And we have Lilac Park building up now. And that is a master plan community if I ever saw one. We got some trees along this bike path. We'll have to work on trees. So this is looking good. Need to do some more planning. Oh, and almost forgot. Got to get back to the buses and improving them. Got distracted with the incineration plant. Got some crime going on here. Crime rate is high. Alright, they're complaining about crime, so I'm going to go ahead and give them that. And go ahead and get some water for this area. You really have to make sure your services are doing what they're supposed to be doing. We have plenty of elementary. We've lost some population, 49,782 Europe, over 50,000. So we have to look into that. High school, definitely enough. University, we are getting close on university, so we're going to have to do something about another university as we turn our little city into more and more of an oasis. All right, looking through the city, it's looking good. And have some good traffic flow going on. for the most part. But right here, we need to work on that a little bit. It'll loosen up, but this whole area over here is pretty congested. Take a look at the volume by the type of transport. Look at private vehicles here. Quite a bit of volume throughout here. Just trying to get to the bottom of what the traffic is. I mean, it's pretty obvious we have made that whole intersection pretty central to getting to that whole section. So it's no wonder it is got a lot of backup, and even to this commercial area and then beyond up to Chester Square, the ore, that's where a lot of that truck traffic is going, and that's only one way to get there. So I think we can work on that. All right, that's going to be a project I think for next time. And I'm going to just do a couple maintenance things that I've thought about as we've gone along but haven't taken care of. Go ahead and de-zone that whole area along there. And I don't have a lot of time left, but I want to reconfigure this. And you know what? Yeah, I have some ideas to help us alleviate this problem. What I am going to do is I'm going to change this up a little bit and cut a road through with an overpass here and connect it up with this over here. So we're going to do that next time, in our next episode. But in the meantime, I appreciate you giving me the view, and we'll be seeing you the next time around on Cities Skylines. Appletown, a new beginning. Isn't that a pretty city now? People were saying how ugly Appletown was. Look at that view. We are turning into quite the metropolis. 50,000 people, good sized city. We need a posh mall. Maybe that's another thing we could do next time, is get some specials.